Is your baby crying and you just can't figure out why? It's one of the toughest parts of being a new parent. You see your little one in distress, and all you want to do is make it better. A lot of the time, that fussiness comes down to two common culprits, gas or colic. But how can you tell the difference? And more importantly, what can you do to help? Stick with me, because today we're going to break down the signs of both gas and colic, and I'll share some simple, effective techniques to bring back those peaceful, happy moments with your baby. We've all been there, feeling helpless while our baby cries. Let's solve this together. First, let's talk about gas. It's incredibly common, and almost every baby experiences it. Gas pains happen when air gets trapped in your baby's still developing digestive system. This can happen from swallowing air during feeding, whether from a bottle or the breast, or even from just crying. So, what are the telltale signs of a gassy baby? You might notice your little one squirming uncomfortably, grunting, or pulling their knees up towards their chest. Their little tummy might feel tight or look bloated. You'll probably hear and smell them passing gas more frequently, and the fussiness often peaks right after a feeding. It's usually a more intermittent kind of discomfort, not a constant high-pitched scream. The good news is there are some really effective ways to help them get that trapped air out. One of the classics is the bicycle legs exercise. Just lay your baby on their back and gently move their legs in a cycling motion. This movement helps to get things moving internally. Another great technique is a gentle tummy massage using 1 or 2 fingers. Make slow, clockwise circles around their belly button. This follows the natural path of their intestines and can help push the gas bubbles along. Burping your baby frequently, not just after a feed, but during it as well, can also make a huge difference in preventing that air from getting trapped in the first place. Now, let's move on to colic. Colic is a whole different ballgame, and frankly, it can be much more challenging for parents. While gas is a physical discomfort, the exact cause of colic is still a bit of a mystery to experts. It's not a disease or a diagnosis of something being wrong, but rather a pattern of behavior. The most well-known guideline for identifying colic is the rule of 3. This means your baby cries for more than 3 hours a day, for more than 3 days a week, and this has been going on for at least 3 consecutive weeks. And this isn't just normal fussiness. Colic crying is intense, high-pitched, and often inconsolable. It can sound like your baby is in extreme pain, which is incredibly distressing to hear. You might notice physical signs too. A baby with colic often has a flushed red face. They might clench their tiny fists, and they may arch their backs stiffly. Another key indicator is the timing. Colic episodes often happen at the same time each day, usually in the late afternoon or evening, earning it the nickname the witching hour. Unlike gas, where a good burp or some bicycle legs might bring relief, a colicky baby often continues to cry no matter what you try. It seems to have a mind of its own, starting and stopping for no apparent reason. It's important to remember that if your baby has colic, you haven't done anything wrong. It's a temporary phase that most babies outgrow by 3 to 4 months of age. So you suspect it's colic. The crying feels endless, and you're feeling exhausted and overwhelmed. What can you do? While there's no magic cure for colic, there are many soothing techniques that can help calm your baby during these intense episodes. The key is often to recreate the comforting environment of the womb. First, let's talk about motion. Rhythmic, repetitive movement can be incredibly calming. Try gently rocking your baby in your arms, in a rocking chair, or even placing them in a baby swing or bouncer. A walk in the stroller or a drive in the car can also do wonders. The gentle, consistent motion is very lulling for them. Next, let's add sound. The world is very loud to a newborn, but pure silence can be just as unsettling. Remember, they were used to the constant whooshing and gurgling sounds inside the womb. This is where white noise comes in. A white noise machine, a fan, or even an app on your phone can create a constant shushing sound that helps to block out other startling noises and soothes their nervous system. Swaddling is another fantastic tool. Wrapping your baby snugly in a blanket can help them feel secure and contained, just like they were in the womb. It also prevents their startle reflex from waking them up or adding to their distress. And never underestimate the power of touch. Skin-to-skin contact, where you place your baby's bare chest against your own, is incredibly powerful. Your heartbeat, your warmth, and your scent are all deeply comforting and can help regulate their own system. Finally, consider the environment. During a colicky episode, try to reduce stimulation. Dim the lights, turn off the TV, and create a calm, quiet space. Sometimes overstimulation is a contributing factor, and creating a peaceful sanctuary can make a big difference. Let's do a quick recap. Gas is often related to feeding, shows up as squirming and tummy bloating, and can be relieved with physical help like bicycle legs and burping. Colic, on the other hand, is defined by the rule of 3. Intense, inconsolable crying for hours, often in the evening, with physical signs like a red face and clenched fists. Soothing colic involves recreating the womb with motion, white noise, and swaddling. It's crucial to understand these differences so you can respond in the most helpful way. Now, it's really important to talk about when to seek professional help. While gas and colic are common and usually not a sign of a serious medical issue, you should always trust your parental instincts. If your baby's crying is persistent and you're worried, or if the crying is accompanied by other symptoms like a fever, vomiting, not just spitting, up diarrhea, or if your baby isn't feeding well or gaining weight, it's time to call your pediatrician. They can rule out any underlying medical conditions and provide you with guidance and support. Also, remember to take care of yourself. Dealing with a constantly crying baby is mentally and physically draining. It's okay to feel frustrated or overwhelmed. If you need to, put the baby down in a safe place, like their crib, and walk away for a few minutes to collect yourself. Ask for help from your partner, family, or friends. You need a break too. Remember, this phase will pass. You are doing a great job. Finding what works for your unique baby might take some trial and error, but with a little patience and a lot of love, you'll get through this. Soon enough, these challenging moments will be replaced by peaceful snuggles and a baby sleeping soundly in your arms. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tips on navigating parenthood. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. What are your go-to soothing tricks? Sharing your experience can help another parent out there. Until next time, hang in there.